Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The fans are ready for this one. The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the lone running back. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They want to run this quarterback. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Badgers are flying down the field. He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll try to get the edge on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Mung. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it. He makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He leaves it with his back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line. The run from the shotgun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Mung. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Badgers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Toss sweep to the right. Can't get him to the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Mung. Fires to the wideout. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, LSU, 0.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have it.
And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 9.
They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The give out of the gun. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. LSU right back to the line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game.
Nothing but green ahead. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Goes to the option. At the 20, he's got space. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw. It's Leon. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback, he's got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
He wants to take the top off. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Badgers in the hurry-up.
Second down coming up.
From the shotgun, the inside give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. To the air, it's Mung. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? Calls his own number. Inside the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Leon. He's going for the big play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Can anyone catch him? And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They'll throw it on first down. Going up top. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Wisconsin 28, LSU 7.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
To the air, it's Leon. Firing deep. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Slings it downfield. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll pitch it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They've converted every time on fourth down. 3 for 3 so far. They'll go for 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Now on second down after the good first down run. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Leon. They're setting up the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the right. All kinds of running room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
Let's go! Black 24! Black 24!
The give to the back. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can...
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now on the option. Tough sliding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The Badgers will hustle to the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his big tight end. And they'll knock him down.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, LSU! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Wisconsin 28, LSU 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll go right back to the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Up 112 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Oh, look out. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. These plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
LSU 21.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To throw, it's Leon. Trying to get to him. Smashes through. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, look out! Touchdown, LSU! And here they come, almost all the way back. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Motion from the offense. Powers forward. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense getting set for first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
A designed run for the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets open down the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback will keep it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. At this point, the clock is like the 12th man on offense. I assume they'll keep it on the ground here.
I would think so, too, but I also want to get the score and end this game. Like, that touchdown puts me up by 2 possessions, ball game over.
Movement here from the tight end. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Marshall. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's thrown another interception. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Badger. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
The #1 job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure. The hit on the quarterback forces the INT. And then Oski, as soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Direct snap. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And
going to throw it over the top of the D. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Bringing it back. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. Give him a little bit of hope.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. Dropping back, it's Leon. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Here's a throw downfield late. It's complete. And he's running in the open. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Handoff to the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get